The journey of life is recognizing that our life story is just that, a story. And being a story, we can do something about it.
So, you have the flashy car, the nice house, and the bank balances never look better. Everyone thinks that you've arrived, but have you really? Meet Thabang Squambani, one-time investment banker, today a committed social activist. Thabang is one of the founding members of Kaelo, a health and wellness company specializing in HIV/AIDS awareness, education and treatment. He has also established the Lonely Road Foundation, an initiative set up to support orphaned and vulnerable children in rural South Africa. So what made this high flyer bow out of the proverbial rat race and trade in his stocks and bonds for a life dedicated to caring and sharing?
I think I can sum up the two worlds from my perspective as that I'd be perfectly willing to die tomorrow with the knowledge that I have made a difference in people's lives, and that what I will take with me is not necessarily material.
Thabang is the first to admit that he has had a sheltered life of privilege. The youngest child in his family, he found in his parents a great source of inspiration. He says that they placed discipline, education and good moral values above all else.
I grew up privileged, and I say that because I grew up with parents who all they did in their lives and all they've wanted to do was give their children the best opportunities in life. And I see that as privilege. It wasn't privilege in the sense of being, bought cars at 18 or anything like that. Our entire family have achieved academic results through scholarships and bursaries and etc.
As a result, Thabang got the opportunity to attend one of the top schools in the country. It was here that his deep love for sport first began and developed into a passion that was to play an important role in his adult life. A bright all-rounder, he went on to graduate from UCT with a BCom degree and to start up his own web development and software company. In his own words, he was young, uber successful and arrogant. Thabang's success did not last long. Fueled by the dot-com crash, his business soon failed spectacularly.
It was a really tough time for him because we were all progressing in our careers, and he was trying things which were maybe a bit riskier than we were doing, and they didn't come off, and he took it very personally because there were personal failures to some extent, and he also needed to both financially recover from it and also personally to recover from it and make sure that it's something that he learned from and he was able to grow from there.
It all depends on which position you're in, but bankruptcy, it beats down your pride. It really does. It's humiliating. I hadn't lived with my parents for so long, and I was fortunate enough to be able to go back and say to my parents, I'm bankrupt, like, can I live with you?
Thabang described the event as a life MBA. For the first time, he had to confront failure, and this was made worse by the guilt that he felt as his staff all lost their jobs. What was once his dream lay shattered. Burnt out and all alone, he wondered how to pick up the pieces. But he eventually did. Soon Thabang was a rising corporate success once again. Money poured in, and he made the best of the good life. Increasingly, he became seduced by a consumerist life. He shopped at the best malls, wore Swish designer labels, and his past financial hardships seemed like just another bad dream.
I also got caught up in the rat race, that, you know, the financial game. You know, you earn good money, you buy nice things, and you live a fairly comfortable life. And that comfortable life is, you know, it actually encapsulates you and almost imprisons you in a certain sense. You get caught up in it and then you can't escape.
It's said that contentment is the only real wealth. Perhaps we all know this at a deeper level, but why is it that we're so enamored by things? What is it that drives us to consume, and does it really make us any more fulfilled?
The human experience is a constant quest for happiness, and the mind in its journey is constantly seeking fields of happiness. And it seems that in this contemporary age, we are looking for things that may create this happiness.